everyone, welcome to another edition of Telegraph Herald More Than the Score, presented by Dubuque Bank and Trust. I am your host, Steve Ortman, here along this week with Brenden West. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. What were you doing last week?
Yes, everyone, I apologize. I missed last week's episode. I actually got caught up in some babysitting duties.
Babysitting duties?
Yes.
Who were you babysitting?
My daughter. I had to babysit my daughter.
That's not really babysitting. That's parenting. Did you?
Well, I suppose it would be parenting. Yes.
Did you get paid?
Oh. Oh, I got paid. I mean, wait, that's the wrong button. I actually got paid money because the key to a good marriage is, husbands, when you do your chores around the house, do favors, just make sure you get your allowance, and everyone will be happy.
Wow, I need to get married.
It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, enough about me and my wonderful life. Let's move along to all the amazing things we got going on here this summer here at the Telegraph Herald, as we're covering all kinds of sports coverage. And before we get too much into the local scene, a couple of big national deaths in the sports world happened this week. Buddy Ryan, longtime NFL coach, as well as Pat Summitt, women's college basketball coach with Tennessee, both passed away this week. Kind of rare to see two deaths like that on the same day, nonetheless.
No kidding. I mean, two obvious huge figures in both their sports. And as a Bears fan, Buddy Ryan, I obviously wasn't around for that, but when they won the Super Bowl. But obviously, you hear all about Buddy Ryan and the 46 defense, and what a great Super Bowl run that they had there. So as a Bears fan, it touches me a little bit. You know, just it's always sad to see people like that go, but you know, what two great figures we've had.
Yeah, and now as a Bears fan, even though you weren't alive when they won Super Bowl 20 and had that amazing season, you still kind of take credit for it and brag about it, don't you?
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, what else do you have?
Yeah, well, you know, we did beat the New England Patriots. So, you know, if we want to talk about head-to-head Super Bowls, I think the Bears are undefeated in that regard. So.
True. I can't argue with you on that one. So let's move along now, bringing it to the local level here. A very special event you covered this past weekend, the Run4Troops 8th annual edition. Started out in Dyersville, the Heritage Trail, makes its way over to Dubuque. Talk a little bit about that event.
Well, I was actually pretty struck by it. You know, this is an organization run by the Hodge Company and several other sponsors. And it's only in its 8th annual rendition, but it's already become a Boston Marathon qualifier, and it's drawn people from all over the country to do it. 34 different states. People from 34 different states participated in this year's event. They had a record draw of 850 people. Some people ran the whole 26 miles, the full marathon by themselves. Others did it in a tag team way. And the cool thing about Run4Troops is it raises money for local veteran initiatives, you know, based right here in Dubuque to help people young, people old, or people still actively serving. I was really struck by one relay group in particular, the Whalen brothers, who are all based here in Dubuque. They ran a relay marathon together, all 6 of them. 2 of them are actually former military members, which I just thought was so cool, how a whole family essentially got together and was able to run for that great cause. So it was a fun experience to be out there covering it, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a special event, and a great thing what they do there. And you look ahead now at the calendar, lots of things coming up. We'll be covering here in the upcoming weeks for More in the Score. You got the prep softball playoffs starting up. Prep baseball playoffs are going to be coming up here soon as well. Speaking of which, this Sunday in the Telegraph Herald, as well as on thonline.com, we're going to have the 25th annual Telegraph Herald Scholar Athlete Team, the silver anniversary of the Scholar Athlete Team, celebrating those great student athletes out there that are obviously excellent in the classroom and in their respective sports. So be sure to look for that this week, this Sunday, July 3rd, in the Telegraph Herald, as well as on thonline.com. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of TH Media More Than the Score, presented by TH Media. I can't believe I said that. Telegraph Herald More Than the Score. I hope I don't get scolded for that one. I'm your host, Steve Ortman. That's Brenden West. We'll catch you next week.